I just returned from the French Riviera after spending a whole week in the city of Nice to check all the bakeries they have over there. In the first two episodes of the series, I shared with you the first two categories of bakeries in Nice, the small neighborhood bakeries and the commercial bakery chains across the city. In this episode, I will show you the last category of celebrity pastry chef patisseries, so let's get right to it. In case you're into confectionery and baking, you must have come across some of the world's most famous pastry chefs sharing their mind-blowing inventions on social media. And since Nice is one of those patisserie centers of France, it also has a share of fancy patisseries selling high-end products. The first place I've been to is Philippe Taillac. Owned by the young and aspiring pastry chef from French and Indonesian descent. At the age of 18, he was the pastry chef in one of Nice's fanciest hotels, Le Negresco. The place looked very luxurious and refined in an abstract and sharp way. And surprisingly, Taillac had his renditions of popular items like Paris-Brest, the framboise pistache, and millefeuille. Taillac also focuses on viennoiserie and cookies. And to be honest, those items looked quite great. There was also a cookie croissant that I haven't seen anywhere else. The shop also sold tea, coffee beans, jams, and I was surprised by the relatively small number of items served. The millefeuille was unbearably sweet. It was topped with cubes of gianduja, and maybe what I found off-putting was the caramelized hazelnut as well as the caramelized puff pastry. I really regretted having that, especially that I had a bite of my wife's framboise pistache tart, which was really good. However, the real disappointment happened when I had the peanut praline Paris-Brest, which was so intense that I truly hated it. It almost made me hate peanut butter and all types of praline altogether. My wife also had a tarte scrat, which was a combination of hazelnut and chocolate. It was a layer of hazelnut praline on a base of hazelnut short crust pastry and covered with chocolate ganache. Initially, when I went to his place, I was planning to have his special invention called l'or noir, or black gold, which combines a double chocolate cookie, a vanilla praline, caramel, and a vanilla biscuit. The whole item is enhanced by a whipped ganache with Papua New Guinea vanilla and covered with a flock of white chocolate, cocoa butter, and vegetable charcoal. The second place that I visited and I really liked was Julien Dugour, the pastry chef of the Michelin star restaurant Le Chèvre d'Or in the city of Aise. He also worked with the best chef in the world, Marc Verrat, among many other big names. This guy managed to develop his own signature style, which is influenced by the general ambience of Nice. His products resemble the building style in town and tones of maritime elements in general. My favorite item over there is the very unique Saint Honoré cake, which inspired me to be more creative with designing cakes in general. After seeing thousands of cakes and pastries in real life and on the internet, it's very hard to get impressed these days. But one of the fancy experiences that truly raised my eyebrows, and I have very heavy eyebrows, was Pierre Hermé's shop in the Nice airport, such a celebration of macarons that I haven't seen before. Called the Picasso of pastry by Vogue, Hermé was awarded the title of the world's best pastry chef in 2016 by the world's 50 best restaurants. He was also ranked to be the 4th most influential French person in the world by Vanity Fair. Hermé started his career at the age of 14, and he was an apprentice to Gaston Lenotre, the inventor of the opera cake. And by being a macaron fanatic, I was flabbergasted by the sight of the beautiful boutique in the middle of the Nice airport. The significance of Pierre Hermé in the world of macaron is nothing less than that of Elon Musk in the world of electric vehicles. Hermé was the man who brought macarons to the creative realm of pastry by introducing untraditional flavors, turning macarons as such into a trend. That was all for today's episode, and as we finish it with macarons, I will take you on the next and last episode of the series to show you more of macaron places in Nice and some of the other items I found really interesting. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again very soon.